Stop the presses, there's been a major development. Legend Story Studios have gone and destroyed 39 gold extended Tunic art foil golds. Don't Legend Story Studios know I was planning to win all 39 of those next time I played the game? Aren't they worried about the secondary market impact of white border tunics by destroying 39 of these gold extended art prize piece tunics? Boy, have they got me mad now. Time to take to Twitter and let everyone know my thoughts on this matter. Actually, it's ironic I'm taking to YouTube to tell everyone my thoughts on this matter, but we'll just ignore that. Anyways, Legend Story Studios put out a tweet yesterday where they showed the destruction of 39 gold cold foil extended art Fendel Spring Tunics. I didn't think I was going to get that right, but I did. And it seems that Flesh and Blood and Magic the Gathering fans from Reddit and Twitter were pretty annoyed, to say the least. So anyways, we're gonna break down all these arguments and see if it was a good idea, bad idea, who knows? It's so dumb. Anyways, before we get into the video, please consider subscribing to this channel. I make a whole ton of Flesh and Blood videos on news, just developments in the community, shredding cards, and whatever else. So yeah, if you're interested in anything Flesh and Blood, please consider subscribing. Anyways, let's get into the video. This is gonna be insane. So, just for a bit of background for anyone that isn't aware, if you go to a major Flesh and Blood event and you're lucky enough to win one of these events, you'll be presented with a special trophy card, usually a promotional gold foil. It's like cold foil, but instead of silver, it's gold. These can be legendary cards at some smaller events like ProQuest and things. They can be like common equipments, majestic equipments, things like that. But it's accepted by the community that these are valuable trophy pieces that are the gem of anyone's collection. Now, as with any collectible card game or anything, really, the early versions of anything are always going to be more sought after than the later versions, sometimes commanding a pretty serious price hike. And the extended gold foil tunic was no different. It seemed that whenever events were starting up again after the pandemic, this was the trophy card to obtain at your event that you were going to with the best deck you could make. But eventually the world moved on from the gold foil extended tunic, and Legend Story Studios said that at the Calling, New Jersey, that would be the last chance for anyone to win the extended tunic. And apparently there were still some laying around the Legend Story Studios offices, 39 to be exact, and in order to maintain their promise of these being premier collector pieces that can only be won at major events and retiring the card to move on to other gold foil promos, they posted a video on Twitter destroying all 39 of these gold foil extended tunics. And it was kind of heartbreaking to watch because it's like really cool cards, but at the end of the day, come on, what were you expecting, really? The opening argument, which is the one that I think will ruffle most feathers, is that if you were gonna win one, you would have won one, if that makes sense. At this point, we're not gonna get them any other way. So yeah, I don't have one because I suck at the game on like a hyper top level competitive like way. So yeah, obviously I'm not gonna have one. But it also brought in some discussions on whether or not this is gonna increase the price of spring tunics on the secondary market. To which I say 39 tunics is gonna increase the value. I don't think that 39 tunics is gonna have that big of an impact on the secondary market value of tunics, some of which are still in print. Now actually we have 4 normal printings of the Fendel Spring Tunic. We have the cold foil version, which may as well be its own thing, but realistically we have 3. We have the rainbow foil version from Welcome to Wrath Unlimited, we have the Tunic from Crucible of War, and we have the white border version from the first history packs, and the black border version as well in the international history packs. There you go, there's tunics everywhere, you see, it's not a big deal. But I actually think that this video, when you calm down and, you know, get over the fact that you saw these cards being shredded, it's a good thing, really, if you think about it. I mean, we live in an age where collectability has to kind of be part of a game in order for it to maintain some value, and value in some people's eyes is monetary rather than fun, and so you need to make sure that it's all one big bundle of trading card game craziness for people to fight over. But yeah, if Legend Story Studios promised that this promo was going to only be given away at these events and that they were going to retire it, I think that actually showing the community that you are physically retiring any leftovers that you have will only serve to let future winners know that their trophy pieces are well looked after. I do, however, have 2 small requests / adjustments to make, so I'll mention those at the end of the video. But I think that seeing the backlash to this is probably a knee-jerk reaction more than anything, so I would urge everyone, if you are kind of angry at this, ask yourself why you're angry at it before you go on Twitter and spill your guts everywhere. Because remember, this type of thing is not new. This is something that happens across most trading card games. Even people for fun take the idea of destroying cards and turn it into content. Whilst I don't personally agree with destroying something in order to like create entertainment for other people, because ultimately what you're doing is just removing the fun of that object for someone else. The idea of, for example, Flip It and Rip It was something that I used to watch on, I think it was Card Shop Life and a few other things as well. The idea that a valuable card could be destroyed with this game meant that it sort of added a bit of extra excitement into pack openings. Again, not something I like, not something I agree with, but some people seem to like it. If we go on to the idea of destroying big promos, Magic the Gathering first destroyed a major promotional item in 1996 at their World Championships. There was a card given away, the 1996 World Champion card, I think. I'm not sure, I'm not a Magic the Gathering player. But in order to let the players know that this was going to be a one-of-a-kind sought-after item, they had a post-game ceremony where they destroyed all the remaining copies of the card because they had some left over on like printing sheets, and also destroyed the plates used to print the card, ensuring that one would never be printed again. Now, I did a little bit of research into this, and since it was like the mid-90s, like information is a little bit spotty, but then also I'm outside of Magic the Gathering circles, so maybe there is some magic treasure trove of magic knowledge out there that I don't know. Please let me know down below if I'm wrong. But it seems that this was widely regarded as a good thing because it showed that the company was willing to stand behind creating one-of-a-kind items for people to have the value maintained long-term. Don't even get me started on the reserved list. There's a joke to be made there somewhere. And finally on this, I don't think that we should see the last of this type of thing from Legend Story Studios. Personally, I would like to see it at the events that the card is like retired in. So I believe that after this, it was a gold foil Arcanite Skullcap was the big one, so at some point I would expect to see some Arcanite Skullcaps getting destroyed for everyone. And this means if you were one of the talented players out there who managed to win a gold foil Arcanite Skullcap, you can rest assured knowing that your victory is forever cemented in time during the season, that you managed to succeed and get this possibly very tiny run limited item for your efforts. But yeah, ultimately, I think that this builds some trust with the community. The idea that you say you're going to do something and then actually following up and doing it. Yes, they're doing it for entertainment. They do mention in the video that they're doing it also for entertainment value. But that's because that's what happens nowadays. People enjoy watching this type of thing, I suppose. But yeah, two things I would like from Legend Story Studios on this. Two things that I think could make this horrible event a little bit softer, a little bit easier to bear. Number one, there were multiple Pro Tour cards printed for the Pro Tour winner. Chain was the hero to take first place at the Pro Tour, and so the Chain Pro Tour trophy card was given away, but also Starvo went living legend, and you know what I think about Starvo. I want to see that bad boy shredded up good. Send it to me, I'll shred it. I'll shred it in the tiniest pieces. You won't even know what it was. Oh, I'm getting hot thinking about shredding Starvo. And finally, Legend Story Studios, I ask, send me the shreds. If anyone from Legend Story Studios is watching this, I am totally in support of shredding these cards so that you can maintain the value and the integrity of the winning pieces at major events. But if you sent me the shreds as a piece of gaming history, I promise to give away every single shred to a viewer on the channel. I'll run competitions on Twitter, I'll run competitions on YouTube. I'll make sure that every single one of those shreds make their way out into the community so that we have something to hold on to as a reminder that Legend Story Studios stands by their word. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'm assuming that this is probably going to be a controversial topic, so I welcome discussion. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think that this was a good idea on their part to film it and post it? Do you think they should have just mentioned that they were doing away with them? Or do you think that this was a good idea and that they should do more things like this? If the YouTube comment section isn't your thing, I'm very active over on Twitter talking about Flesh and Blood, so make sure to follow me on the Twitter handle down here right now. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.